the Lawton Eagles on Lawton Eisenhower's senior night. Lawton Ike lined up in the shotgun, two receivers to the left and right.
Takes a long
Ball,
time and he
yeah,
fumbles.
ball comes out, and it's going to be a Lawton Ike fumble recovery right there.
Great job by linebacker Rodney Fields staying on the ball. We've had a pretty action-packed game here this Friday night, even though we can't prove it to you, but it's 28-8 on the scoreboard. We've had some interceptions. We've had some big plays on both sides. Lawton Ike showing some life here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. 4:54 left in the second quarter. Southeast has played a pretty good game so far. Recently, they've just not been all the way there, so they've had some lapses. Southeast in the shotgun, two receivers to the left and right. Running back to the left. It's going to be a handoff the field.
Stopped pretty early at about that 38, that 42-yard line. Excuse that.
You're good. Everything's messed up tonight, so that's not the worst thing that's happened.
I mean, it's not, but we shall see it through.
Southeast in the shotgun, two receivers left and right. It's going to be a handoff to Fields again. Fields is going to have to bounce this to the left. He's going to get to the 45, tackled at the 49 of Southeast.
And those Eagles smelt run the whole time as we got a little controversy on the sideline. We got some chirping.
Yeah, there's been a lot of trash talk between both of these teams. The quarterback, Michael Graham Jr., after his first touchdown pass, he definitely flexed to the sideline of Lawton Knight. Definitely let him know how strong he was, how many biceps curls he be doing.
But, hey, I mean, with that interception when they were driving in to score, I mean, you gave them life. They've scored. They're showing some tenacity on defense now.
It's going to be about 3rd and 4 for Southeast here. Graham's going to get it. He's going to run to the right, and he's going to break a couple tackles, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit more, but there is a flag probably going to be holding. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we've got some laundry, but that was a great job getting out of the pocket by MJ Graham.
It is going to be holding, by the way, not to cut you off.
No, it's all good, man. I think the linebackers for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles did a great job. It seems like we had both of them blitzing the strong and the weak side A-gap, immediate pressure, so he has to evade. He doesn't see anything, so he runs towards the sticks, but you got to hold.
Yeah, so that's going to make it a 3rd and long for Southeast. Southeast up 28-8. 28-8. Yes, I had the score right. Going to be in the shotgun, 3 receivers left, single receiver right, running back to the left of Graham. He's going to swing it out to his running back. His running back's going to make a cut at the 40, go to the 45, up to the 50. He's into Lawton territory. That's going to be a first down for Southeast. And he's going to get tackled at about the Lawton Ike 45-yard line. It's going to set up 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and ticking in this second quarter. Pretty good dump off there by Graham to his running back.
Right, I like the play call flowing to the field side. Does a great job, the whole offense flowing with the run. First down.
It's going to be 1st and 10, at the Lawton Ike 46. Graham, the quarterback, running back to his left, single receiver to the left. He's got a trio set to the right. Graham's going to have to move. He's going to fire it, and that's going to be intercepted. No, it's going to be dropped, Bad angle on that one, but there is a penalty. Could be defensive holding or defensive pass interference. We'll see what they call.
Yeah, nearly intercepted. We saw that bunch formation over there to the right. We don't see that too often, but Spartans choose to go to it, and it seems like it's pass interference on Lawton Eisenhower.
So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. First down for the Spartans, and what could be a very key drive for them. Go back up by 27 or 28 points.
I mean, right. I mean, they've taken command this game. It's 28-8. You want to see them score again with so much time left on the clock before halftime.
Graham's going to be in an empty shotgun set. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. He's got his running back Fields kind of split out in between the receivers and the tackle. Graham looking to his right, firing right deep, and it's going to be to his receiver, and his receiver's going to make a little dance, and he's going to score a touchdown, Southeast. What a play. I believe that was that number 19?
That's actually number 10, Ariante
Number
Bullock.
10, okay, that is Ariante
He's
Bullock.
probably the player of the game so far. He had an impressive interception here early in the second quarter, and here he is scoring. It seems like MJ looked him the whole time. Great job in double coverage. Great job being patient at the goal line to walk it in.
It's definitely not on autofocus as we're talking about the cameras. Hard to see, no doubt. Sorry about that. 2-point conversion by Southeast. They're going to say no good. It's going to be 34-8. It's going to be 34-8, and we're going to thank some of our sponsors. Haven't really been able to do much of that, man.
Right.
Some of our title sponsors for some Southeast football, SSM Health St. Anthony's. Let the orthopedic experts at SSM Health Bone and Joint Hospital help you get moving again. Call for an appointment today at 405-218-2530. That's 218-2530.
And we've got Metro Technology Centers. Metro Technology Centers offers great courses and programs to allow you to have a great career. Learn more at metrotech.edu. Again, that's metrotech.edu. Lastly, we have Chuck Davis State Farm. Let State Farm Chuck Davis take care of you. Give him a call today at 405-378-8008. That's 378-8008.
And our first down sponsor for the night's Big O's Pork and Dreams. Hear more about them later. Our timeout sponsor, Dick's Sporting Goods. Red Zone sponsor, OKC Dodgers Baseball Foundation and Impressions Printing. Scoring recap, KYZ Life Changing Bar. And our player of the game is Super Prep and Big O's Pork and Dreams. Another short squib kick for Southeast. It's going to be turned from Lawton at their own 30. He's going to find a little crease and get it up to the 45 of Lawton.
He does a great job working the middle of the field, but it seems like he ran into his own teammate.
So we'll see. Oh, he comes up a little shaken up there as well. 3:30 left to go in the second quarter. The score is 34-8. Southeast is up big for the senior night of Lawton Hike. Lawton Hike, I know you used to be a pretty big powerhouse back in the day, in the 90s and 80s. Since I've been alive, it hasn't been too kind to them.
Hey, back in the day, it's no more, man. All I remember is whooping down on Lawton Mac when I was in school. I never faced Lawton Eisenhower.
The score is 34-8. First and 10 for Lawton. They're going to get this one at their own 46-yard line. Quarterback's going to get it. He's going to look to his left. He's going to fire it to his big tight end. That's going to be caught for about a yard. Or, excuse me, they're going to say that is incomplete. That was believed to Caleb Grenier.
Keon Holland defending.
Hard to see some of their numbers. That could have been Kingston Tito as well. But despite that, this Eisenhower offense really hasn't had much really to cheer about so far today. It's been all Southeast in this one so far.
Nope, it's really only been running back number 6, Rashad Hurt. They seem to trust in him in the offensive line as he gets the ball.
And he's going to gain about, we'll call it 3. It's going to set up 3rd and 7 for the Eagles as they have this one at their own 49-yard line.
Mind you, he's running behind a pretty big O-line. We got Jermaine View. He's 6'2", 270 pounds. Got a junior. And Brandon Reedus. He's 5'11", 273, senior. Got some big guys stout in that offensive line.
And it was Rashad Hurt, if I am not mistaken, on the big touchdown run for Lawton. 3rd and 7 here. Quarterback's awaiting the snap. He's going to get the snap. He's looking to his left. He's going to have to scramble. And it's going to be intercepted. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. That's a touchdown, Southeast. And it's going to be a penalty for celebration as the OSSA, they're not very big fans of celebrating. But despite that, it'll be a touchdown, I believe. I don't think they can take that off the board.
Can't take that off the board. Great interception. He was just waiting on the quarterback to throw the ball. Quarterback doesn't see him. He almost house calls it. Well, he does house call it, excuse me. But he's going to get penalized probably on that kick coming up.
So the quarterback, he had some pressure, had to step up in the pocket, not scramble, and he paid the price there. Stared down his receiver, intercepted, returned for a touchdown for about 50 yards or so. What a crazy play. Or is this not going to count?
I would hate if it didn't count. Great interception.
Are they going to call like a...
Great return.
What are they going to call? I'm confused. A block in the back or something on the return? Or
I'm not too sure, but I'm sure they can pull something out their back pocket. They are down 34-8 on senior night. They will find a way. I didn't catch that, did you?
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. So I'm confused. I'm guessing Southeast is going to get the ball, but the touchdown doesn't count?
And
wow, so the touchdown does get wiped off the board. You really can't celebrate in Oklahoma. Can't do a lot of things in Oklahoma. Celebrating is not one of them.
Huddling up as the referees are talking.
Yeah, they're bringing the players in, trying to restore order, I guess, in the game. Really, there's no fun police out there right now.
Right, but we've got two teams.
Got to adhere to the rules, though. Got to adhere to the rules.
I mean, we do, and they get set back.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Southeast. They're going to be in an empty set, and there's going to be a timeout of some kind. The Lawton Ike officials are going to want to talk this one over. Timeout sponsors, Dick's Sporting Goods. Our timeout sponsor, Dick's Sporting Goods. You're going to look good in whatever you get, man, I promise you, at Dick's.
And I like these uniform combinations. We've got Lawton Eisenhower in this all blue. Seems like it's silverish letters and the wings on their helmets. I think that's pretty cool.
It's kind of hard to see their numbers, though. That's the biggest complaint I have about the blue on blue with the blue numbers and the red outlining.
Right. I mean, it's just like the silver's meshing a little bit too much with the blue. It needs to be either reflective or you need to trim it with the dark color, so you got some contrast.
Agree 100%. As Lawton Ike's going to jog back their defense onto the field. 1st and 10 for Southeast. Southeast is going to get this at their own 42-yard line. They'll have a chance here with 2:31 left to maybe make this a 34-point lead heading into the half. Quarterback Graham and his Spartans take the field. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. They're in the empty set shotgun formation. Michael Graham Jr., the quarterback, he's going to step back, look to his left, fire decisively to number 9, and he's going to break a tackle at the 40 and get slung down at the 38 of Lawton Ike. That was LaDainian Fields, one of the really, I guess you could say, sought-after recruits on this team, a junior. I saw him recently I believe it was at an Iowa State game.
Very much so.
I know Myshawn Graham and Michael Graham were both at Iowa State games. So, you could see that the Big 12 is taking notice of the Southeast Spartans team. Graham in the shotgun again, empty set, 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Graham looking to his left. He's got some pressure. He's going to roll right. Ball comes out, and wow, almost intercepted by Lawton as he's got some popcorn on his hands. That kind of just flung out of his fingers. He had no way of holding on to that, I guess.
Yeah, not too sure what happened on that pass, but
I don't know if he was trying to go for a pump fake.
Possibly. But there's a little cold out there. But Iowa State has been recently at some of their practices, so LaDainian Fields being one of their main attractions, MJ Graham as well.
2nd and 10. Graham's going to keep this. He's going to go to the left on the QB read option. He's going to find a little bit of room and get to the 33 or 34 of Lawton. Pretty physical blocks there by Southeast there. LaDainian Fields throwing his body in there. But you mentioned a lot of D1 schools. There's not a lot, but a few right now are starting to take notice, and that could transition to a lot.
I mean, right, a lot of their key players are juniors, so this Possibly could be their last game, but hopefully not, as they're trying to put up as many points as possible to get into these playoffs.
Southeast in the shotgun. The receiver's right, single receiver left. That's LaDainian Fields. Fields is the back. It's going to be a handoff to Fields. He's going to cut this one back. Breaks the tackle to 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fields, another touchdown on the board. It's going to be 40-8. 1:10 left in the second quarter. We'll see if they go for two. I imagine they will. 40-8 right now. What a play there by Fields, though. He takes the inside zone, cuts it back the other way. You know, you hear it all the time. You know, you got to have a back that has the vision to bend it back sometimes, and he did it. He bent it all the way back and scored.
Right, it's just another display of the great talent Rodney Fields, as he does a great job cutting back, and then the speed alongside the end of the field. He does a great job tight roping on that sideline, getting it in for a touchdown. 40-8. Here at Cameron University.
Never been here before. My professor, David Nelson, alumni of Cameron University, so shout out. Southeast in the shotgun. Graham got the snap, and he's going to roll out to his right, fire it up to one of his receivers. Over the head, it's going to fall in the back right corner. So it's going to be 40-8, 1:10 left in the second quarter. All Southeast so far. We'll do a KYZ life-changing bar scoring recap. And on that one, it was about a 32-yard run from Rodney Fields that really put an exclamation point on that drive, you should say, because it's been all Southeast, but that drive especially, it was just Southeast really just doing what they do.
Right, not too complex, keeping it pretty simple. Rodney Fields is doing a great job executing. They've been going for two every single time as they've scored today, so they've been successful a couple times, but this one is one of the few times they haven't been successful. So again, you see them trying to be aggressive and score as many points as possible going into the last game.
And as you mentioned, just them trying to score points, you know, the 5A district standings, they are in the 5A2 district. Carl Albert, they're 6-0 in district, 8-2 in total. Bishop McGuinness, 8-1, 5-1 in district. Guthrie, 8-2, 4-2 in district. As another squib kick from Southeast, going to get returned at the 25 of Lawton Ike, and he's going to make one guy miss, and he's going to bounce off another one, 25. He's got some room, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and he's going to get tripped up. No, he's not. Breaks another tackle at the 20. He's going to get out at the 25. What a crazy play there. Not sure the number, hard to see him, but wow, pretty good return. That's going to get the Lawton Ike Eagles a little bit more fired up.
Right, and you're giving this team life. That's a great return on special teams. Not so good of a effort by the Southeast Spartans as we don't really get a lot of tackles. We get a lot of impact, but you give them a lot of yak yards because you're not really getting them down. It's a lot of shoestring tackling out there.
As the returner, he's gassed. He's taking his time to get back to his sideline.
Back to what you mentioned in district play. They entered district play going 0-3, losing to Carl Albert, Guthrie, and Bishop McGuinness. They were outscored in that span 196-52. So
it's just not something you want to say happened, you know. But those are also the cream of the crop of this this section of 5A, you know, 5A District 2. So something that they're going to have to get accustomed to as a swing pass here. 20, 15, and he's going to get taken down at about the 11-yard line. That's going to be a catch and run by number 6, Rashad Hurt. He also had an explosive run play for the only points that Lawton has scored all night. Timeout by the Lawton Ike Eagles. And that timeout is going to bring us to another timeout brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. That, again, is another timeout brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. So we get more back into the district where they lie. Piedmont, they're fourth, right? They have 3-3 and 6-4 total, but 3-3 in district play. And then you get to the bottom tier. Southeast and Eisenhower both 1-4 in district play, but Southeast 5-4, Eisenhower 2-7, and then Shawnee, they haven't won a game.
they haven't, and this Lawton Eisenhower team has only won 2 games, like you mentioned, but they've only beat 2 winless teams, Alta's being 0-9 in non-district play, and Shawnee 0-11 currently in district play. So they've seemed to sneak in some wins when they can, but when it comes to that bigger competition, they've seemed to fail. As you mentioned, Piedmont Southeast met them before district play. They lost 63-32. Sizable win by the Piedmont Wildcats.
Yeah, you look at this Southeast team, right? They started 4-1, lost 3 in a row. They won last week to Shawnee, so very streaky team. As we see the Lawton Ike Eagles in the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Hurt again, and Hurt is going to try his best to hurt this defense.
But
as we hear some coaches getting pretty upset, yelling, follow the guard, and slamming their table. He wants them to follow the guard. I guess he read the hole wrong.
Right, and of course these coaches are enthusiastic. It's senior night.
2-7.
But we've got this Southeast Spartan team, which is 2-2 currently on the road. So they face some adversity, and they've been on the winning and the losing side of that.
And it couldn't have been easy. This 3-game streak that they went on where they played Carl Albert, lost 70-18. They played Guthrie, lost 70-6. And then they played Bishop McGinnis, lost 56-28. So just not something that they wanted to happen. But then they bounced back last week 62-6 on their senior night. They'd want nothing. They need a lot of help, I'm going to guess. I'm not a mathematician. I don't know how all of these playoff formats work, but I'm going to guess that Southeast would need a lot of help tonight. They need a lot of points scored tonight.
Right, but they're doing a great job. They're up 40-8, 35 seconds left in this first half.
Really got to keep Lawton out of the end zone here.
Right, and they've done a great job, but they've done it by taking the ball away. So you love the takeaways. You want to see that progress as this game goes along.
Lawton Knight's going to fire it out, and it's going to be caught by their receiver. That was a pass from Zaire Walton. Or excuse me, I don't believe that's that. I think that's Charlie Trakety at quarterback.
And right, we've seen him substitute a few times, and I guess he's just giving the defense a different look, but he's done a great job. Young guy, sophomore,
Charlie Trakety's going to give it to Hurt, and Hurt's going to hurt some people in his way towards the end zone. His second of the day, as that's going to make it 40-14, 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Big momentum builder there for Lawton Ike.
From a big back, you got Rashad Hurd. Believe it or not, he's a sophomore, 5'11", 192. So he's packing a punch. And again, the offensive line is leading the way.
Swinging gate here for Lawton Ike, and they're going to score. 2-point conversion's good. There is a flag. We'll see what the flag is for. If it is good, 40-14. Refs talk it over. And I believe it's going to be a hold. It will be a hold against the Lawton Ike Eagles and a hold against the Southeast Spartans, offsetting penalties. As I heard some colorful language described, how the refs are treating the team tonight. One ref loves us, one ref effing hates us. That's what I heard. Getting colorful in here.
Getting colorful, but we are in the booth where we present color. So
it just shows you the momentum, the emotional ties that this game has to some of these people. Lawton Ike in the shotgun, the receiver's right, single receiver left, and he hands it to Hurt, and the Spartans are back there. 2-point conversion, no good, 40-12, 12 seconds left to go.
And we get some laundry as it's getting pretty chirpy there. I saw some Lawton Eisenhower players and some Southeast Spartans.
This is for sure the last game of the season for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles, so they probably have nothing to lose. And if you're Southeast, you've got to remind these guys, hey, if we play good enough, we're going to be in the playoffs. And we get some things to go our way. So got to make sure no one gets ejected. If you get ejected, that's 2 games. Done for 2 games. So.
Right, as it doesn't get too serious, but like we had in that run over here on this Southeast sideline around this 45-yard line, Rodney Fields, it's already been pretty chirpy. So seems like we're going to get a pretty chirpy game as it's 40-12, 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
And as we talk about, excuse me, I had a little bit of a yawn there, but Eisenhower football, they're 2-7, head coach Devon Harris. Started off the season with 2 straight losses to Ardmore and MacArthur. They beat Altus by 15. Then they lost 3 in a row. Lost to Lawton OG. They lost to Carl Albert. They lost to Bishop McGinnis. They lost to Piedmont. So it'll be 4 in a row. They beat Shawnee. Everyone seems to beat Shawnee. and then they lost to Guthrie last week, and then now we're here playing Southeast.
But you got to think about it. I mean, this is a team led by Coach Javon Harris. He's a Lawton native. His first season head coaching these Eagles. They've been through plenty of coaches. Last season was actually their first season in about 10 years where they ended the season with about 500 record. They were 5-5, but other than that, they've had a lot of winless seasons and 1 to 2 win seasons. So it's been kind of hard, but we see they've kind of packed the stands here on this senior night, and seems like they like the culture that he's cultivating, and seems like they're getting some things turned around here.
As we are awaiting if it's going to be a squib kick, an onside kick, a deep kick from Lawton, they're going to kick this one from the Southeast 45. I imagine it's going to be a touchback. The kick is going to be through the back of the end zone. It'll be 12 seconds left to go. The score is 42-14. Lawton, they're going to try to make sure no big play happens here. If you're Southeast, we'll see what they do if they decide to just run a little like give up play here and go to the locker room, prepare for the second half, or what they're going to decide to do because they need all the points they can get.
Indeed they do. Going into halftime, you want to see the Spartans seal the deal, not give Lawton Eisenhower the opportunity to score and make their 14 points look sizable to maybe a 20-21 and give them a little more fight going into halftime. You want to continue to shut them out, as I'm talking about something different because Southeast has the football.
And it's going to be a handoff to Fields. Fields is going to get about 2 yards, and they're going to let this one run to the second half as it's going to be 40-14 as we go to halftime. Southeast on top of Lawton, 40-14 in this regular season finale. We will have more from our sponsors here, as our only halftime sponsor for the night is Langston University. If you have ever considered becoming a nurse or physical therapist, you should enroll today at Langston University. LU is one of the leading state universities in producing nurses and physical therapists. Learn more by going online to langston.edu. So, we will have more about the game in a little bit. Enjoy halftime. Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. It is 40-14 as we get ready to start the second half. Southeast, they are on top, but Lawton, they will be getting the ball back, I should say, this quarter. So we'll see how they have responded, how they have talked things over in the half. See what Southeast has in store for Lawton, though. We'll see if it's an onside kick, a squib kick, another one of them. I'm sure Lawton's going to have to be pretty vigilant.
I mean, we've seen a fair share of squib kicks on both sides, so it's fair to expect so. So we've got Lawton Eisenhower preparing to return. Southeast preparing to kick. Not too windy of a night. Pretty cold out here at Cameron University. Lawton Eisenhower hosting the Southeast Spartans. Kicker is getting back. He's ready. We get whistles blown. Looks left, looks right. And we're off. Second half.
Going to be a little squib kick. Going to go to the 35, and he's going to go to the 40. 45, 50, break attack with the 40, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Lawton, Ike, they start the second half with a bang, a kick return for a touchdown.
I mean, as soon as the returner hit the edge, it was over.
There
was no outside containment.
It looks like they're going to say, is the ref saying that he is down at the 30?
Not too sure.
No, it's a touchdown. Okay, he was just trying to get the ball, I guess. I was very confused on what the head ref was doing.
Right, because I was about to say, all I saw was green. I didn't see him touch any of the white. That was the score, man.
So, wow, is they're going to set up the swinging gate here? What a crazy start to the second half, excuse me. Lawton Ike in the swinging gate. They're going to try for two here, and it's going to be a direct snap, and they're going to get.
They're not going to get it.
Looks like he almost went in there for two, was kept out. So it's going to be 40-20. Southeast, they only have a 20-point lead. Sure, head coach Matt Lane's not very happy with what just occurred there for their special teams unit. The KYZ life-changing bar scoring recap. Wells one play. Not really. It doesn't even count as a play on a drive. It was just the start of the half. Kickoff return that was squibbed. Returned at about the 30, 35-yard line of Lawton Ikes, and it was just taken off the left side. About 65, 70 yards for a touchdown.
But, I mean, that's what you get when your formation is two bunch. When you kick, you need to stay spread out, and then you have to be responsible for your lane.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody has a lane for a reason. You got to be responsible for your lane. And once he broke that outside, there was no more outside containment. You had a couple guys back there ready, but he was just too fast.
Too fast, too furious. I don't see no Tyrese. I don't see no Ludacris. But Southeast, they're going to try to do some fast at our own. Maybe they get maybe we see back-to-back kickoff returns for touchdowns. That'd be pretty crazy.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at on the field. Is this some sort of confetti or sparkler? Do you see what I'm seeing on the field?
I do not see what you're seeing on the field.
It's about, you can see it close to the hash marks.
Oh,
and
that might be
here.
That might be from the student section. They might have, tossed something, or they might have had, I know in high school at Union at least we used to do like color rush stuff. We throw like powder in the air, or like throw different things in there, and it'd be debris on the field. Not sure what it is.
It just looked a little dangerous, man.
And the Lawton Ike, it's going to be an onside kick, and it's going to be caught and fallen upon. That's going to be number one, Chauncey Law. He lays down the law right there. Southeast plays no games. They get the ball at their own 49 to start this drive.
Does a great job getting the ball and sitting down. He doesn't want to get his top knocked off. Great job, great awareness. The Southeast comes out. Quarterback MJ Graham leading the helm. Running back Rodney Fields coming to his right. Three receivers to the right.
Yeah, quarterback Graham in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to Fields to the left side. Fields, he's going to break a few tackles, but only for about a 2-yard gain. Looked a little bit like Damian Pierce last night. Didn't really have any help in that play. No blocking. Ran into a lot of bodies.
Yep, got some talent, but not the blocking that you would wish for on that play at least. As we line up second down. Twins receivers on both sides, running back to the left.
As Graham, the quarterback, in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, handoff to Fields again. Fields going to gain about 2 or 3 yards. Pretty physical run there. It's going to set up third and about 5.
I like the idea of running, but, I mean, this defense is coming a little more aggressively. They've progressed as this game has went along, and now the lead has been shortened to 20, so they have life, and they're going to be physical.
Graham, quarterback, the receiver is right, single receiver left. The running back is Fields. Graham looking over, making sure the play is correct on this third down. It's going to be another handoff to Fields. Fields going to take it to the right side. He's got some room to run. 40, 35, 30. There's a flag, and that might be coming back as Fields going to get pushed out at the 21 of Lawton.
It could be a holding or blocking the back, as
I believe Chauncey Law's kind of shaking his head. It might be on him. It's either going to be him or number 10, Bullock.
Yep, I saw a couple players with their hands up, don't shoot. So it seems pretty guilty to me. And the call is going to be on the Southeast Spartans. It's going back to about that 45-yard line. On the right hash, holding. Setting up first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to still keep it a first down, but still, you're going to, okay, well, we got some confusion with the sticks. It's going to stay 3rd and 5.
And that was a great running to that right side. They ran to the left side the previous couple plays, so it seems like they finally got a look they wanted. They went for it. 3rd manageable here.
Yeah, 3rd and manageable here for Southeast. They are in Lawton territory. Still waiting to get this figured out. Pretty long pause in play. 10:29 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 40-20 is the score. A lot of confusion.
But seems like we're getting the referee set to the sideline.
Okay, so he's going to stay originally where he was at. 3rd and 5 for the Southeast offense. These refs have got to figure their stuff out. I know they're cold, but you still got to think while it's cold.
They got to figure it out, man. They're clocked in. We finally get a play call from the coaches. MJ Graham steps up to his offense.
Yep, Graham, the quarterback. Fields to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left as well. Shotgun formation. Graham gets it. He's going to look to his left, fires it out left, and that's going to be caught by LaDainian Fields. And he's going to get the first down and a little bit more.
One-handed it when he caught it, but great job securing the football.
Very good job securing the football, securing the first down. As it's going to be 1st and 10 for Southeast at the Lawton 34. Looks like it's going to be shotgun again. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Fields to the right of the quarterback, Graham.
That's a motion by Sean Graham.
And Graham looking. The quarterback fires deep to his left. He's got a guy open. Touchdown. I believe that's LaDainian Fields. He got mossed.
What a great touchdown, and mossed indeed as he's touching his top. Where'd he go? He can't go up with me. Great job, MJ Graham throwing it. Jump ball, trusting his receiver, LaDainian Fields. Touchdown, Spartans.
Showing his arm strength right there. Really just let it fly, really. Crazy play. As
Great
the
play.
extra point, or excuse me, they're going to go for 2 again. What am I talking about? They have not lined up for an extra point at all.
No, DB, not all tonight. They're trying to score as many as possible.
And it's going to be a handoff to Fields. Fields is going to be patiently trying to run, but he can't get anywhere. 46-20 is still the score. 9:53 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Our KYZ life-changing bar recap. Big scoring play was the bomb from Graham to Fields, about 40 yards or so. Pretty big play there. As I mean, it's a 26-point game, but still, pretty big, exciting play.
Right, we had a lot of confusion leading up to the play, but we finally got that snap off. Got a good run to the right side, set up the first down. LaDainian Fields with that catch on the left number set up that first down and set him up for the touchdown.
Exactly, as Southeast is going to probably, I would assume, do a little bit of a better job when it comes to a squib kick, as the last time it was returned for a touchdown, all the way for a touchdown. We'll see what they decide to do here.
Timothy Rojas lined up for the kick. As he gets the whistle from the referees, left and right.
The kick is, it's going to be another onside sky kick. It's going to get caught at the 38 of Lawton, and it's going to be slung down for no gain.
Get a better tackle by number 13.
It's going to be marked at the 36 of Lawton. They'll have a 1st and 10 for their offense.
Great tackle by Circum Law, sophomore corner for the Southeast Spartans. Making a big play on special teams. The Spartans need it as they've had some lapses on special teams. They allowed an opening kick to be ran back, and that's enough to be losing in the kicking game.
It is, no doubt, as the offense of Lawton runs back onto the field. And looks like we're going to see, is that number 44 at quarterback? Kingston Tito?
A little
Kingston
hard to
Tito?
tell, but, I mean, he's an all 500 player.
Yeah, handoff to Hurt. So that was going to be Kingston Tito at quarterback, usually the tight end. Not sure what's going on there, but he handed that ball off to Rashad Hurt right there for about 7 yards or so. 2nd and 3, 9:25 left to go.
I mean, he's one of their more talented players, so not too surprised seeing him at quarterback, but more so curious to see what he can do.
As the normal quarterback comes on the orbit screen, it's going to be a handoff to Hurt. Hurt's got some room to run after breaking a tackle. He's going to break another tackle. 40, 35, stiff arms the guy. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Hurt scores. Hurt in the Spartans defense all night, he has.
And they don't call him Superman in the locker room for no reason. I mean, he's showing it on that run. He does a great job running off that guard, showing great balance. He gets the mini stiff arm, and he's off to the races for a touchdown.
He has been key tonight for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. They're going to try for 2 on the swinging gate look here.
They've been successful at a point, but failed as well.
And Hurt's going to get it, and it's going to be a jump pass, intercepted. If this was pro football or college ball, he might have been able to take that back for 2. 2-point conversion, no good. It's going to stay 46-26, 9:02 left to go in this third quarter. It's been a pretty action-packed start of the third quarter. We've had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We had the big bomb from Myshawn Graham to LaDainian Fields, and now with our KYZ life-changing bar scoring recap, again, we see another Rashad Hurt touchdown run.
Right, but it was a little different. We haven't seen the previous quarterback, Zaire Walden or Charlie Trake. We see all VIPE 100 linebacker Kingston Tito in a Wildcat somewhat. He handed it off a few times, and Rashad Hurt takes on the load.
A little bit of a different look there. Not sure if they've shown that on film this season, as our first time seeing Lawton Eisenhower this year. But I'm going to be honest, they've looked like they should. Their record should be a little bit better with some of the cats that they have on this team. They got some size. They got some speed. Maybe next season this is going to be a team to watch out for.
Right, I agree. First-year head coach Javon Harris, he's trying to turn some things around. He showed some good promise. I mean, when they see blood, they strike, as they've won 2 games this year against winless teams. And, of course, when they approach one of them, they're winless. But, again, they saw blood and they struck when they met Shawnee. And here they are hosting the Spartans, showing some fight.
They are showing some fight. Lawton Eisenhower lines up to kick this one. Kicker approaches the ball. He's going to strike this one. It's going to be a deep kick over the head of the returner. Believe it's going to be offsides on Lawton Eisenhower. Going to have to be a re-kick. This could be a big return for Southeast. We could see something crazy happen here. 5 yards back, the kick is going to have to move.
I'm more so curious why LaDainian Fields isn't back deep. Last week, he ran the opening kick back against Shawnee, showing great talent on the special teams unit as we see him moving back deeper.
So he's going to be
going back to the front lines.
Well, I believe they're in their onside kick return. That's why he's up at the front lines. I'd have to excuse his motions back to about the middle of the field. I'm not sure if he's in the right spot. There's a lot of confusion from this Southeast special teams unit.
And he's getting ready for
it. And it's going to
kick.
be a boot from Lawton Ike. Going to be returned at about the 10. Take it to the 25. Makes a cut at the 30, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Pretty good return there for the Southeast Spartans. We'll see what they can do. 8:55 left to go in the third quarter. They are up by 20 points.
And you don't see that often, DB. You see your quarterback back deep, ready to receive the kick. Pretty good return. Gets to that 32-yard line, starting this drive off.
Waiting to see what's going on. There's not a timeout. There's not a media timeout. Not sure why they're getting so long to talk this over, Lawton Ike, but they jog back onto the field. 1st and 10. Southeast at their own 32-yard line. Graham back to work with the offense. 2 receivers to the left and right. In comes in motion is Law. It's going to be a handoff to Fields, though. Fields going to be brought down. Big hit.
Brought down by number 3, Tony Worry, junior linebacker for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles.
It's a pretty big tackle there by Big Tony. It's going to set up 2nd and about 8 for the Southeast Spartans offense.
And he's not the biggest linebacker, but he's definitely manning down the middle of this defense, doing a great job playing the run.
2 receivers left and right in the shotgun. Graham, he's going to be optioning off to Fields. Fields going to make a cut. He's going to make another cut. And he's going to lose the football. Wow. That's going to be recovered by Lawton Ike. They've got some life into their team right now on senior night. Big play that could make it a 2-possession ball game if they were to score a touchdown. Big fumble by Fields there.
And that's not like Rodney Fields at all. That's his first fumble of the year. He's the number 2 running back in district play with 943 yards before this game, averaging 11 yards per carry, 15 touchdowns, and he hasn't fumbled this year. And I didn't want to bring that up because I didn't want to jinx him, but
I guess you can bring it up now because he already has fumbled it. We can't jinx him twice. And there's going to be an official timeout. I'm not sure what's going on. But the officials call a timeout. A lot of confusion and commotion going on the field. The officials called a timeout. The officials say no timeout. Let's keep playing. 8:13 left to go in the third quarter. Lawton Ike down by 20, but they're at the Southeast 38-yard line. And the quarterback's going to scramble out to his right, looking for something, going to fire deep. Almost intercepted by number 1, Chauncey Law. Quarterback was looking for one of his bigger players. Can't get a number. It's really hard to see those numbers for Lawton Ike.
right, but that's a great job. Defense flowing. Chauncey Law coming across in pass coverage. Great job deflecting that pass.
Thought he could have picked it off there. Got one big paw up there. But we'll see what happens. If he throws that one up again, it's probably not going to be for the best.
Not at all. You want to be safe with the football. It seems like we've got Charlie Tracty back out there.
Hand off to Hurt. Hurt's going to take that 35, cut it up the field, get to the 27-yard line. Big run by Hurt as he's going to get a first down on that carry.
Tackle by Busy Chauncey Law. Great job by corner LaDainian Fields getting off of his block to assist on that tackle.
We've got a little bit. We've got a chains problem on the sideline.
A little bit of a chains problem all night, you know.
Yes.
I'm gonna call out the chain gang.
Got some problems with chains. You know, I used to do chains in high school sometimes for the 8th grade games. You didn't pay me like $30.
At least you got paid. I mean, if you went out there in a t-shirt and shorts, you were gonna get axed, and you couldn't really say no. So
a different experience.
If you had the chain gang, man, you had to fulfill your duties.
Lawton Ike, 1st and 10 at the southeast 27-yard line. In motion goes number 44. And it's going to be a false start on the receiver out wide for Lawton Ike. False start on the play.
Looks like number 15, Keandre Moore out there, split out wide for the Eagles. We've got number 44, Kingston Tito, still out there, coming in motion.
Yeah, they put him in motion. Probably got to put a lot of eyes on him when you see him moving around, I would imagine. Quarterback in the shotgun, 2 receivers left and right, running back hurt to the left. And it's going to be a quarterback. He's going to get the ball. He's going to pump fake to his left, and he's going to be brought down and sacked. So that's going to be Bullock on the sack. Pretty big play there, as it's going to be Southeast now at the, Lawton Ike at the Southeast 34, 2nd and about, we'll call it 18.
And I'm more so curious why we go with Charlie Trachty here at quarterback, the young guy, opposed to any of the 2 seniors you have at quarterback.
Charlie's got some pressure. He's going to roll out to his left, fires it, and that one's going to get deflected, I believe, by big number 7. That's going to be Myshawn Graham. Keep wanting to say Myshawn. He's not a me guy, though. He's all about the team, Myshawn Graham, quarterback. Got to lead by example. Pretty good DB, though.
Exactly. Immense pressure on the young quarterback, Charlie Trachty, as he tries to get that ball off, but he gets nothing.
See, I think it's pretty cool. They got Michael Graham and Myshawn Graham both listed as quarterbacks.
I mean, right, but I mean, Myshawn Graham, he's just such an athlete. He's played so many positions helping the Spartan team out this season.
In the shotgun, 3 receivers right, single receiver left. Trachty's looking. He's got time. He's going to fire that one deep. It's a little bit, not a little bit underthrown. It was a lot underthrown. He had a wide open guy open for a touchdown. That one just didn't have enough back there.
Right, we had a couple of deep crossing routes, and it crossed well across the defense. We had an open guy, but the ball just wasn't there.
Was he trying to get Kingston Tito, I believe? As we got receivers walking back to the line. It's just not a good look for Lawton Ike right now. You guys are still in the game, but we got effort that doesn't match it.
We got some guys trying to get on a hop.
3 receivers to the right, single receiver left. Hurt is the running back. Trachty's looking.
Going for it on 4th down.
Got some time. Good blocking. He's going to fire it to his left. That's going to be intercepted. That's going to be LaDainian Fields. That's another one, I believe. He's got a touchdown and a pick, making big plays tonight. Yeah. And there's a flag on the field, though. This could be bailing out the Lawton Ike. No, it's not. It's going to be an eligible receiver down the field. Does not matter. Interception for LaDainian Fields. Pretty big to put on your highlight film.
I mean, just a great job by LaDainian Fields coming across in coverage. Great body control, getting to the ball and getting those 2 feet in. So he's ready for college or the NFL, man. He's ready. He's got those 2 feet in. Great job. And
he did a really good job there reading the quarterback's eyes the whole way. And, maybe that's what he'll be playing at the next level. We're not sure if he's going to be a safety, if he's going to be a corner, if he's going to be a wide receiver. The benefit of being an athlete, right? The coaches don't know really where you're going to be at.
Absolutely. If you have the athletic ability to play multiple positions and you match that with being coachable and the leader that he's been for this team, that's just a recipe for success.
So Southeast will get this ball, I believe, at the 4-yard line, their own 4-yard line. They'll try to go pretty much the length of the field here. 6:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 46-26 is the score. Southeast going to get this one. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's not. It's going to be a quarterback keeper for Graham. Graham's going to get this and keep it. 1st down. I was expecting QB read option. It was more of just a QB keeper, and he got the first down, and he's going to give him some breathing room.
Great job by Rodney Fields being deceptive. He kind of got me for a second, but MJ Graham does a great job getting about 17 yards and securing the football, getting the first down.
Graham in the shotgun. Receivers left and right, two of them on each side. Law is going to get it on the wide receiver motion, end around.
Shows off that 99 Braxton Miller spin move.
As it's going to be a second and about 4 for the Southeast Spartans to pick up another first down. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Score is still 46-26. Graham still in at quarterback. Two receivers left and right. Fields is his running back to the right of him. It's going to be a handoff to Fields. Fields going to make a cut to the left. That's going to be a tackle by number 7 for the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles. That's going to be Danielson on the tackle for loss.
I believe it's Tui Faoa.
Didn't want to even try it. I knew I was going to butcher it. I had to hear someone else say it.
Tui Faoa.
3rd and 5. Graham, Fields to his left, two receivers left and right in the shotgun. It's going to be another handoff to Fields. Fields is going to go nowhere. Pretty big play there by number 7, Danielson again. It's going to set up 4th down, and Southeast is just going to punt. less than 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter as we are getting closer and closer to the fourth quarter.
I mean, this is the first punt we've seen, but we've seen Lawton Eisenhower go for it at about this down and distance. Surprised we don't have Southeast going for it, but they elect to go with the safe punt.
Probably just don't want to give him a short field if you don't get this.
Right, and you don't want to. It's just smart coaching. We got plenty of game left.
The punt is up, and it's good.
Good spiral on that punt.
That's going to be returned, and he's going to be wrapped up by several Southeast Spartans.
Great job by the Gunners.
Might have not been the smartest thing to do there, but you get the ball, you don't turn it over.
Got number 13 limping off for the Spartans. Circum Law. Hopefully he's okay.
This is going to be 1st and 10 for the Lawton Ike offense at their own 38-yard line. As we said, there's 4:20 left to go in this third quarter. Lawton trails by 20 points.
And we've still got Lawton Ike. 20-point deficit coming out here. Back on offense. Charlie Tracty back at quarterback.
Tracty is the quarterback. He's got hurt to the right of him. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Shotgun formation for Tracty. And Hurt's going to go on a motion to the left. They're going to toss it out to him. Hurt's going to break a tackle. Almost breaks another tackle, excuse me. He's going to end up at the 42-yard line, or they're going to mark him at the 40. So he gains about 2 yards on the play.
Yep, nearly tackled by number 17, Brandon O'Connor, but ultimately brought down by number 5, no other than MJ Graham.
Less than 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Lawton Ike, 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers left. Tracty, the quarterback, with Hurt to his right at running back. It's going to be a handoff to Hurt again. Hurt's going to break another tackle, but be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's going to be a tackle from Southeast. There's an injured Spartan down on the ground.
Had Rodney Fields blitzing off the edge. He got up pretty slow, and that's Brandon O'Connor as he's getting up even slower.
We hope Brandon O'Connor's okay, walking up under his own power.
He's a pretty big guy at linebacker, 6'3", 180.
Junior, too.
As we get a substitution in.
Yep, we get a substitution. Lawton Ike, 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down.
Looks like we got number 58, Andrew Campos,
Tracty, the quarterback, going to get the snap, hands it off to Hurt. Hurt's going to be patient with it, and he's going to get into Southeast Spartan territory. He's going to get to the 40, we'll call it the 47 of Southeast.
And Rashad's bringing the hurt on third down as he converts again.
You never see him go backwards. He's usually falling forwards. In the shotgun, Tracty's going to hand it off to, he's going to keep this one this time, and probably should have gave it. Big tackle there by number 4, Rodney Fields.
I mean, that's a great tackle. That's how they teach you to tackle. You grab them by the hips, man. You make sure if you have to spin them, most coaches teach that technique. I'm not really a fan of it, but just to make sure you get the guy on the ground and possibly get the football out. But great job securing that tackle in open space.
Tracty, the quarterback, the receiver's left, single receiver right. He's going to move Hurt to the left of him. And it's going to be a rollout to the left. He's got a guy behind him. Sack. Wow, big sack by Rodney Fields, doing it on both sides of the field. He comes off the edge fast, holding on Lawton as well. I'm sure that penalty is going to be declined. Big sack by Fields. Came off the edge on that blitz there.
Yep, great job. He's just shooting out of a cannon. I mean, he already smelled blood. He got a great tackle on the previous play, and then he gets the sack on Charlie Tracty. Like you mentioned, holding on Lawton sets up third and long. Twins receivers.
Yep. Tracty in the shotgun. He's looking to his left. He's going to step up in the pocket, fired in the middle of the field, goes through the hands of his intended receiver, and that's going to set up 4th and forever. Lawton is probably going to have to punt this one away. He had his guy, hit him in the hands. He just dropped it.
Right, but that's number 8. Big Aiden Monagold, 6'3" freshman, playing tight end and defensive end for the Eagles.
Big 6'3", 215.
He's trying to get his feet wet, man.
Got a bright future. We've said a lot of these younger cats are playing. Charlie Tracty, one of them. As they're going to go for it on 4th and forever. 3 receivers right, single receiver left. Tracty's got his running back hurt. He's going to motion him to the right. And he's looking. Tracty fires it deep. And it's going to be intercepted. Wow, interception. And he's going to take that at the 40, 45, 50. Fields has some room. 40. He's going to just go out of bounds and going to get out at the Lawton 40-yard line. What a play by LaDainian Fields. 2 interceptions and a touchdown today for him.
Great job by LaDainian Fields going out there. And like I mentioned, this defense, they're doing a great job, but they have to force turnovers, and there they go, forcing another one. That's a great interception, great ball skills going up to get that LaDainian Fields.
2:26 left to go in the third quarter. It's 46-26. Southeast looking to put what would be the proverbial nail in the coffin, as they're going to come out in the shotgun formation. Graham has 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Be looking for a deep shot here. Play action pass. Graham's looking, and that one, he was looking for LaDainian Fields.
That's my Sean Graham out there, split wide.
It looks like he was looking for Keon Holland, on that far left side. But we've seen Graham, Michael Graham, he loves to throw it deep. Got a killer arm. We'll see what they do here. Probably keep it on the ground here on 2nd and long.
They've been proficient in the running game. And they've stuck to the running game, sometimes almost on 4th down if they have to go for it. Haven't went for it.
Graham looking to the sidelines. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. In the shotgun, looking right. Fires it over to his receiver. Dropped by Bullock. Bullock was looking up the field before he caught that ball all the way in. You got to look that one all the way in, son.
Right, and now you get a 3rd and 10 just about.
It's not where you want to be as an offense. You want to be in more of a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. But this is not where you want to be, 3rd and 10s.
They choose to go empty.
Not the easiest, but yes, Graham in the empty set. 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers left. Graham gets the snap. He's going to drop back, rolls to his right. He's firing down the field, and that's going to be intercepted. Eisenhower's going to get that. They're going to take it to the 35. So a game of giveaway here. There is a flag. Might be a flag on the return.
And MJ Graham just kind of throws it up.
Threw that one up for grabs. Looked a little bit like Zach Wilson this past weekend.
Right, and you just can't throw that. I know you want to make something happen for your guys. You got 3rd and 10, but you still want to be safe with the football because you still have a fourth quarter left to go.
2:07 left to go in the third quarter. A lot of game left.
A lot of game left as it looks like we're getting the different personnels in.
It's going to be a block in the back against Lawton Ike.
Retaining the football.
So they're going to get this one with a little bit worse field position at their own 26-yard line. First and 10. 2:07 left to go in the third quarter. They trail by 20 points. Track D, the quarterback, through receivers left, single receiver right. Hurt is his running back to the right of Track D.
And he has to have a quick memory, but that's almost a unique set of events as MJ Graham gets to line up at corner.
It's number 20, Tristan Swigert, excuse me. He runs in, then he runs out. Or excuse me, I guess he runs in for Kingston Tito. Bad snap, and it's rolling, it's rolling. It's going to be picked up by Southeast, I believe. Track team may have gotten onto it at the end. Yes, he did. Track D a little lackadaisical trying to get the ball.
But they're set on the 9-yard line.
Yeah, Rodney Fields almost popped on that one.
But, I mean, he's been ferocious on defense. He's been trying to get to the football. Great pursuit to it.
So it's going to be about second and 36, or excuse me, second and 26. A lot of field to go. Track D, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun looking left, and he's going to fire for his tight end, Tito, off the hands. Just not a successful offensive run for the Lawton Ike Eagles in the second half. Really just had the kick return to start the second half, and that's been about it.
Right, but, I mean, the Spartans have been successful. That was a successful play by linebacker Chauncey Law with the pass breakup. He's been active in the passing game today.
Track D in the shotgun. The receiver's left, single receiver right. He's looking, pump fakes, got a little anxious in the pocket, fires it behind his receiver. The receiver kind of looks a little frustrated there. Track D, the younger guy, sophomore quarterback.
Right, but that ball had a lot of air, you know. It's a chance for one of those Spartans to go get it. I know.
Very fortunate that it was not a turnover.
Because you've turned the ball over already. So you want to try to get that ball back going into the fourth quarter. That would give your team great field position, getting the ball right there.
It's a quick 3-and-out for this Lawton Ike offense. As we see the usual quarterback, number 1, Zaire Walden. He is on the sidelines in his hoodie and jersey, done for the year. Number 17 has to run in late for a punt. They get the punt off. Punt snap's low. It's going to be a boot, a high boot, not really far. It's going to bounce at the Lawton Ike 40 and bounce to about the 39. So it's 1:13 left to go in the third quarter. It's 46-26, 20-point ball game. Minute and 13 till the fourth quarter. We've got a pretty good one here. We'll see if Southeast can really put this one away like they could have last drive due to the Maishawn Graham interception. Or excuse me, I keep wanting to say Maishawn Graham. It's his brother, Michael. I'm sure he gets that a lot, though, getting blamed for things that his brother did. Meant Michael Graham.
Right, but I mean, hey, your brothers, I assume. And
yeah.
If not, your family, of course. So
they've got a little stacked receiver set to the right, and Graham's going to take that to the right. He's going to be a pretty elusive target right there. He's going to cut it all the way back, 30, 25, 20, high-stepping out of bounds as he likes to talk trash. We've seen it tonight. I couldn't even describe that play because it was so crazy.
I mean, it was just a great job.
He was very
displaying
elusive.
His certain set of skills. I mean, it's a great job stopping on the dime, chopping and going, chopping and going. It's almost like a drill.
Oh,
it's a drill I've definitely done before.
As he started that play all the way on the right, cut it all the way back to the left side, look a little bit Barry Sanders-esque. Not calling him Barry Sanders, but the kind of run he had where he just cut it all the way back.
Hey, that cutback is just distinctive.
Very well. So as they're going to have another trio receiver set to the right, really bunched in on that side. Shotgun set. Fields is, we've got a bit of a bad quarterback-running back exchange there. It seems like they were trying to do a play-action fake, and Fields was either pushed or something happened. Ball was on the ground. They're lucky to hop on top of that, and as you said, a penalty. A penalty, we're not sure on who. Waiting to see what the ref says. He's leaving us all anxious. It's going to be a false start on the offense, so penalties declined. Or legal formation, excuse me. Legal formation and false start, false start have the same hand signals. I got faked out there.
So we got a 1st and long.
Yeah, 1st and long. It's going to be about 1st and 20 for the South. And we got another flag. I believe that's going to be a sideline flag. Yep, personal foul on the coach. It might be head coach Matt Lane talking a little bit too much. Maybe criticizing the officials a little bit. Reminds me of that scene in the Django Unchained when he says, all I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize.
Don't ask me in mines for nothing.
Exactly. But digress. Still 2nd down, but they've got it on their own 45. They've got to get to the 10-yard line. Or, excuse me, not on their own 45. They're on Lawton's 45. But they got to get to the 10-yard line of Lawton. 35 yards on this 1st down. Graham in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. It's going to be a handoff the fields, and he runs
pursuit.
Backwards. Yeah.
None other than big number 44, Kingston Tito.
So what they're lacking on the offensive side of the ball, Kingston Tito is bringing on that defensive side. As it honestly looked a little bit like one of those plays in Madden where you accidentally called a run, you kind of forgot, and you're like, oh, I ran a run play, and you ran backwards. That's what that looked like a little bit there as he ran straight backwards.
I'm glad that's a common Madden thing because I do that pretty often when I'm playing that game.
It's more so when I'm playing people, you don't want to put your play art for everyone to see, but not a real-world problem to deal with because you can't flash your play art out on the field. In real life, Graham, shotgun, fires it out to his receiver, Bullock. He's got some blocks on the screen, and those blocks don't materialize, but he gets back into territory of the Eagles. It's going to be the 4th quarter when we get back. 26-46. Lawton trails by 20, Southeast up.
Welcome back to Southeast Football, sponsored by SSM Health St. Anthony's, Metro Technologies, and Chuck Davis State Farm. Setting up a 4th down for the Southeast Spartans as we enter the 4th quarter. Getting our personnel lined up for the punt. Looks like we've got number 3, Keon Holland, back to punt for the Spartans. And possibly number 15, Keandre Moore, back to get it deep. If not, it's number 16, Santana Gordon for the Lawton Eagles. Everybody's aligned. Get the snap. Keon Holland steps back for the punt. We get some good height on it. And we've got some commotion. We get a flag as the ball stops moving at about the 11-yard line.
Pretty decent punt. But I believe it's going to be kick interference. It's going to be catching interference on Southeast. Pretty good punt by Holland, though.
Good punt. That's only his 2nd one of the night. Offense has been pretty fluent, but we've had a couple hiccups late. And
I did hear some of these Southeast coaches saying these guys cannot take any plays off. We're fighting for a playoff spot.
I mean, you can, especially when points become a factor.
You want to win by, I believe, more than 30. Almost intercepted. That was almost picked off, I believe, again. I wouldn't say again. That was on. They're throwing it away from Ladanian Field's side. This
But you really don't want to
drive.
test MJ Graham's side too much. He already has some interceptions on the year for sure. We've seen a couple of them early in the season.
He does. Lawton Ike in the shotgun through receivers right, single receiver left. Running back is Hurt to his left. It's going to be a handoff to Hurt. Haven't called his name lately, but he gets a good carry here for about 7 or 8 yards. Going to set up third and very manageable.
As you mentioned earlier, I mean, it's just great technique as a running back. He's falling forward on those runs. It's great technique. You want to get as many yards as possible, especially when you're a big body.
He's a pretty big sophomore, like you just said, big body, 5'11", 192. So it's going to be quarterback, Charlie Tracty. That's not Charlie Tracty. That's going to be Kingston Tito at quarterback, but they hand it off to Hurt. Hurt is going to be – they're going to say he got the first down after a little bit of debate. 1st and 10.
Can't deny this offense has been a little better when you have Kingston Tito out there in some form or fashion.
I would agree with you. Lawton Ike, they're going to be at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Through receivers to the right, single receiver left. Lawton Ike has Kingston Tito as the quarterback. It's going to be a midline option read, and he's going to fight and claw for every yard he can. Gains about 2 or 3 yards.
Right, and when it comes down to it, you got to scramble. I mean, it's been better with Kingston Tito in favor of a Charlie Tracty, a young guy, smaller frame. And Kingston Tito can afford to take more of those hits than you want to put on any of your quarterbacks, to be frank. But we get Charlie Tracty back out there.
Yep, Tracty's back out there. 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. Through receivers left, single receiver right. Tracty's waiting for the snap. He's going to get the snap. Hand off to Hurt. Hurt's going to break a tackle, but ultimately be ganged up on by a few Spartans.
Tackle by number 58, Adriel Campos, senior.
One of the Spartans that looks pretty big when you see him in person, Bullock, Ariante Bullock. List him at 6'2". I swear he's a lot bigger than that.
I think so, and I believe the college coaches agree as they've came and they've kind of scouted these guys already. There's a lot of promising talent on this team.
And that's
Charlie
a bad snap. Oh, he is smacked. Ball's loose. Fields smacks him, and Chauncey Law, believe he might have fallen on top of that one.
A great play by the defense.
Oh, Lawton Ike's going to fall on top of that one. Or no, they don't. Excuse me, I misspoke there. That should be Southeast ball, but I don't believe they're going to give it to Southeast.
As we get a couple guys in and out the formation.
They are not going to give it to Southeast. They are going to say that they were down.
I wonder what went into that. Just a little curious.
Also another big player for this Southeast Spartan squad. Probably doesn't get enough love. Courtney Graham, man, 6'3", 220 outside linebacker, DN. He looks taller than what he is listed as well.
Also known as T.C. Graham. He's one of the leading tacklers for this team. He's actually at number 6 in the district with 51 tackles before this game.
Wow, didn't even know that, but timeout from Lawton Ike after they snapped the ball into the end zone, but not sure if that was supposed to happen. Another timeout sponsor brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. 8:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. 46-26 is your score. We have got a long drive back to Oklahoma City tonight.
Quite a bit, and I'm hoping they have some promising fast food establishments here as we exit Lawton, Oklahoma, as this has been my first trip as well as yours to Cameron University.
Never been here before, but I did have a professor that went here, so shout out to him.
Hey, and if they don't have a Whataburger, man, in McDonald's, we trust.
Probably going to have to be that. I don't even know if I'm going to eat all that much. Maybe get some fries and probably just head home.
Just got to get a little something in my system.
Yeah, you know, I don't like driving after eating a bunch, personally. I get a little tired.
Hey, I feel you. I'm just a passenger, you know, enjoying the way. There's no harm in that.
Lawton Ike about to punt this one back. It's going to be a fake punt. They fake the snap over his head, and he might get it.
But brought down by Adriel Campos. That's the
Kingston,
big Kingston Tito.
Yeah, Kingston Tito got it to where it would have been about 7-8 yards short, maybe even 10. But he has a pretty valiant effort to get the ball all the way back to where he did. Not sure why you go for the fake there. I just kicked it.
Right. The quarterback didn't seem like a natural thrower. I wish we had an instant replay. But he gets the ball out. Big body Kingston Tito gets through.
Yeah, Kingston Tito, man, just big body. He's someone that's probably going to be at the Division II level. I would, at minimum, junior, 6'1", 231. Got a decently sized build.
I mean, he's all 5'100", so he's definitely getting some of those looks. Hopefully the offers come with him.
Yes, a lot of juniors get their offers their spring football season. So a lot of these cats will get their offers coming up in March, May, hell, maybe in a little bit before that in February. Graham, the quarterback, it's going to be an option pitch to Fields. Fields is going to be wrapped up at about the 35-yard line.
We get a flag. Looks like he's brought back by Rashad Hurt. Not sure what the flag is yet. Got some confusion by the Spartans. Referees huddling up.
I believe they're going to say they're going to wave it off. They were going to say face mask, but they wave it off. 8:23 left to go.
Pretty ferocious tackle there by Rashad Hurt.
Pretty physical tackle there, just like how he runs the ball.
We see that's his style of football.
8:23 left to go in this fourth quarter.
Still getting some confusion for the Spartans. We got a call.
Spartans in the shotgun through receivers right. They've got a tight end, Chauncey Law, to the left.
We get an early step. We got an early step run that line.
As Fields to the left of Michael Graham Jr. Michael Graham's going to fire it out on a bubble screen to his receiver, LaDainian Fields. LaDainian Fields is going to get to the 20-yard line. About 20 yards gained on that catch and throw. LaDainian Fields made most of the magic happen right there.
I mean, patience pays off. The coaching staff likes what they see. They get the stump. We get some guys to jump. They shift a little bit, but not enough. The coaches go with the play to the field side, and speed kills as he gets a good handful of yards, setting up a first down, inch into the red zone.
Graham Jr. is the quarterback. He has Fields to his left, the receivers to the left as well. Chauncey Law is the lone tight end to the right of this formation as well. Graham Jr. gets the snap. It's going to be another option play. He's going to fake the option. That's going to be a face mask as clear as day, as he's going to get up and say something about it. He doesn't like that.
Yeah, it's a face mask, if not a horse collar. But if the penalty finally goes its way, the referees just waved the same penalty off a couple plays ago, but the Spartans get it in their favor this go-around.
This one was far more egregious than the last one. We saw the helmet on this one really get yanked.
I agree.
And back in the day, you know, the yanking of that'd be 15 yards. Face mask used to only be 10 yards without the yank, you know, and then if it was egregious, it was 15. It's kind of crazy how far we've came as a sport.
Right. I mean, it's just more careful on that call right there. You just want to be careful with a face mask or a horse collar because you're talking about that neck area. It's already a sensitive area, head and neck, in the sport that we love, we play, and we commentate.
Graham Jr., the quarterback, he has Fields, his running back, to the left, through receivers left. Tight end Chauncey Law to the right. And it's going to be a handoff to Fields to the right. Fields is going to be brought down at the Lawton Ike 4 or 5 yard line. Very physical run right there. 8 minutes left to go exactly in this one.
Getting up a little slow on that run. It seems like most of that contact came in his thigh area as we get a substitution. Keon Holland coming in the game.
As we mentioned, playoffs are not in the cards for Lawton Ike this year. They could be for Southeast, depending on points and how all that shakes out. Not sure how they do all that, to be honest with you. But Graham Jr., the quarterback, he's got Chauncey Law in at running back, 3 receivers to the left, single receiver right. And they get him to jump. So 7:30 left to go. And they're going to move the ball half the distance to the goal on that encroachment penalty.
Great job drawing that by Southeast. As we're getting a call from the Spartans. Looks a little familiar to me.
And it's going to be Michael Graham Jr. in at quarterback still. Chauncey Law is to the right of him. Single receiver to the right, 3 receivers to the left.
Beware the run.
And it's going to be another quarterback power play to the right. That should be a touchdown, Michael Graham Jr. They're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Michael Graham Jr. That's going to put it 52-26, awaiting the either extra point conversion or the 2-point conversion. I imagine they're going for 2.
Right, and I imagine they go for 2 as well. So successful on that play. Great job by MJ Graham on the read option. He runs it in. As we're setting up for 2 here.
This could be a 28-point game.
Twins receivers to the left and the right.
It's a 26-point game right now. Graham Jr., the quarterback. Chauncey Law to his right. 2 receivers left and right, as my partner astutely mentioned. And it's going to be Graham Jr. to the left.
Steps back. He's got some
Greaves
pretty
breaks
good
the
blocking.
tackle. He's going to get it. Wow, they're going to say he. Oh, they're going to say he does. I was about to say, 54-26 is your score. It's a 4-touchdown lead for the Spartans, up by 28.
Great job staying alive. MJ Graham reaching towards that pylon.
Those last 2 plays were all MJ Graham in terms of just making something out of nothing.
Right, and he's done all he can. It's been a valiant effort by him along with the offense. It's just him making a great play, converting on that 2-point conversion. That's maybe the second one they've converted tonight.
We hope if you are watching and listening, it's been a very good stream and it's been a good game for y'all. We had some difficulties getting it set up at first, but it's set up. That's all that matters. As we'll thank some of our sponsors. Big O's Pork and Dreams, man. Big O Pork and Dreams. They're the best barbecue in Oklahoma City. If you haven't had the famous Fat Butt Spud, then you haven't lived life. Big O's Pork and Dreams, they have 2 locations, best to serve you. Whether it's in Edmond or Midwest City, tell Big O that we sent you. Also would like to thank our timeout sponsor, Dick's Sporting Goods, our Red Zone sponsor, OKC Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Impressions Printing. Our scoring recap, the KYZ Life-Changing Bar. That was a Michael Graham Jr. 5-yard touchdown run with a 2-point conversion.
Aided by some penalties on that drive.
Our player of the game, Super Prep and Big O's Pork and Dreams, bring you that. I'll let you know it will be a Southeast Spartan.
Right, as they're commanding this lead, it's 28 points as they kick it off.
LaDainian Fields, in my mind, is probably the player of the game, but I'm sure there's a lot of ways it could go.
He's had a lot of great impact along with Ariante Bullock and MJ Graham.
Sky kick to the left. It's going to be received at the 40 of Lawton. Lawton is going to get that and move it to Lawton's own 46 or 47-yard line. 7:19 left to go on this one. 28-point deficit.
And we still got some chirping going back and forth between the Spartans and the Eagles. Spartans and the Eagles, excuse me. It's been pretty chippy here tonight.
Yeah, it has in a game that has no type of historical meaning, historical priors.
No playoff implications.
There might be for Southeast.
For Southeast, but definitely not Lawton
yes,
Eisenhower.
Lawton Eisenhower is getting ready for basketball. If you're trying to be nice, they're getting ready for basketball. Respectfully, because that's what happens after football season. Quarterback for Lawton Ike. He's going to fire it out to the left. That one's going to be deflected at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be big number 68 for the Southeast Spartans.
Christian Garcia.
Yeah, the captain, Christian Garcia, won what could be his final game as a Southeast Spartan.
And it's a lot of emotions for both of these teams. I mean, it's senior night out here for Lawton Eisenhower. Spartans, some of these guys are fighting for a playoff spot, but it's bittersweet the closer and closer you get to the end. It's possibly the last football game for some of these guys.
Oh, yes, as Charlie Tracty. Not the last one for him, though. Corey's going to hand it off to Hurt. Hurt's got nowhere but green grass in front of him. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Wow, Lawton Ike, they just knifed through the defense like a hot knife through butter. Touchdown, Hurt.
Rashad Hurt cut straight up the hash like it was directions. Going straight into the end zone. Great commanding run as he's been leading the offense tonight as they get 32 on the board.
You could drive a Mack truck through that hole. There was nothing but green grass for him. They're going to line up for the extra point. First time they've done that tonight. If they do, it would make it a 21-point game with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left to go tonight.
Guess they want to be conventional in their comeback.
Extra point is up, and it's good. Maybe should have been doing more of those tonight. 54-33. I was waiting for them to update it on the scoreboard. I wanted to make sure that I had that right, that they made it. But KYZ life-changing bar scoring recap. That was about 45, 50-yard touchdown run by Rashad Hurt. Made the defense hurt right there.
Made it hurt, and the lead is down to 21.
21. 9 plus 10 is what? 21.
It's 21 as we've got 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game.
Kind of been a longer game.
It's been pretty long. I mean, the first half went pretty fast. All Southeast there, but it's been some fight as the Eagles come back and cut the lead down to 21. We've got some life on the sideline. We've got the Palm squad going at full capacity. Band showing some sound. Excuse me, they're displaying some sound.
Yeah, if you're Southeast, a team member or coach, whatever, viewer, you're not very happy about what's been going on in the second half. They've had opportunities to really put Lawton Ike away, and they have not.
And you have to capitalize when you have this opportunity going into the playoffs. When points come into play for standings in the playoffs, you want to keep that commanding lead. And they're keeping it in a good distance, 21. But, I mean, you want to go out here and you want to score on this drive and you want to score on the next one for sure.
As before coming into this game, they had negative 45 points in the district. So I believe they would have had to have won by 45 tonight to kind of have a chance with Piedmont. I'm not sure how all the tiebreakers work. Onside kick for Lawton Ike. It's going to go right into the hands of LaDainian Fields. Oh, he did a Fortnite dance on him. Oh, my goodness. He just did the L troll dance. I'm not sure how to best describe it, but he just did a Fortnite dance to a kid.
Hey, he did it quick. I mean, his teammates are really hearing it from the referees.
I'm really surprised.
He's not hearing it because he got up out of dodge.
Surprised he didn't get a flag. It looked like number 7.
Hey, but it was quick. It was graceful. You know, if you're quick
Yes.
with it, I feel like you can get away with it. You just got to play your cards right.
Tui Fayola Danielson, he looked like he was trying to talk to the ref into throwing a flag there.
Yeah, he's trying his best to be Chris Paul and manipulate the game, but he's failed as his defense lines up against the Southeast offense.
Graham, the quarterback, the receiver's right, singer receiver. There is no singer receiver, but he does have a tight end to the left of the formation. That's going to be Chauncey Law. Fields to the right of the quarterback at the running back position. It's going to be another option play. Michael Graham gives it to his running back, Fields. Fields has nothing but green grass. 15-10-5 touchdown. Wow, I did not expect that to happen, but just like that, we're going to see 60 on the scoreboard. 60-33, 6:56 left to go.
I mean, that's Rodney Fields showing the wheels. Speed kills. Touchdown. Southeast Spartans.
Couldn't get the words out of my mouth right there as I was trying to. I didn't want to talk over one of the greatest runs I've seen all night. We just hit the corner and he was gone.
Right, definitely a sight to see. It's a great job, some of those guys getting in place. I thought that trips formation was a little oddly spread out, but LaDainian Fields in the slot does a great job picking up that block on the edge. Rodney Fields hits the edge, and it's nothing but daylight.
Nothing but daylight. As Southeast, they're going to go for 2 here. Try to make it a 29-point game. Graham Jr., the quarterback, he's looking to his left, going to fire it up. Looks like he was looking for his receiver, his brother, Myshawn Graham Jr., or excuse me, just Myshawn Graham for a fade route. A little bit of a miscommunication there.
Definitely some miscommunication as he's at the bottom corner in the end zone. And he's throwing to the top corner of the end zone. Got to get those things cleaned up moving forward, but they'll definitely have more chances next year, if not in the playoffs next week.
Yeah, we hope Southeast is in the playoffs, obviously. I hope I'm calling some playoff games this year.
Rightfully so.
Ain't calling nobody out, but Maurice, I think you owe us.
We definitely would love a chance to call some playoff games, and hopefully we're calling for these Southeast Spartans as they're lining up.
Probably getting ready to do an onside kick or some type of short kick here. Imagine they want to score some more points.
Right, Timothy Rojas is lining it back up.
I mean, we thought this potentially would be a mercy rule game. at one point, but
Right, it showed promise early on, but as soon as Southeast showed them some life, they definitely took it and they've built on it as they've scored now 33 points.
as we'll see what's going to be in store for Southeast here. Onside kick up in the air, and it's going to be caught. Flag as might be kick catch interference, as it wasn't an onside. I mean, it was an onside kick, but it was you have to have it hop on the ground. It was more of a sky kick, so it's going to be a flag for kick catch interference.
Right, so we don't get it. Nonetheless, we line up on defense as we're prepared. Lawton Eisenhower. Looks like we're going to get Charlie Tracty again at quarterback as we see him in the huddle along with the rest of the 10. Kingston Tito still out there in that huddle, so he's going to stay in the mix on offense.
And I know it's been a very hard game for Lawton Ike, but if they can get 40 points on the board, they might consider that a win here tonight as seniors. Keeping it close, it could have been a lot worse for them tonight.
I mean, right, and they have great field position already at the 40, but for Southeast, you want to be stout. You've done a great job taking the football away. You want to continue to do so.
I don't think you can bet on high school sports games, but if you did you probably would have wanted to take the over tonight. It's going to be reversed from Tracty to one of his players, and he's going to get to the 35. He's going to break a tackle. 30, 25, pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Not a lot of form tackling. It's a lot of guys being handsy. That's not really what you want to see out of your defense, especially
seems like
given
a lot of
such
these
field position.
Seems like a lot of these Southeast Spartans are ready to go home, to be honest with you.
I mean, it seems like they are, but hey, the job's not finished.
As Marcus Peters would say, I think we ain't done yet.
Words from the great Kobe Bryant. The job's not finished.
That made me think of a funny meme that I can't repeat on here. But yes, I love that video. Pretty motivational and pretty hilarious with the right context.
Don't you love Twitter?
Tracty's got to snap this ball. Tracty's got to snap it. He's going to get it off before the play clock.
And he throws it in the turf.
He fires it right into the ground. You're right. It's what you get with an inexperienced quarterback. He's not really aware part of the time with the play clock. You know, he's got to get the ball snapped.
I mean, right, but it seems like they like putting him in the game. It seems like he's prepared for certain situations.
They probably want him ready for next season. As
absolutely.
We mentioned Zaire Walton, senior, not ready to go tonight. He's been hurt on the sideline. He's doing some dances right now.
Along with Tui Faoa Danielson.
As there it is.
Ronnie Fields
snap.
coming off the
Tracty's going to
edge.
fire that. That's going to be intercepted. That's going to be Graham. Graham's got some room to run. Graham's got some room. 20, 35, 35, 40. And he's going to be tackled and pushed out of bounds. There is a flag. There might have been a flag on the return.
Possibly, but the interception was aided by that big hit.
It's going to be a hold. Yes, there was a big hit that Tracty took. He's a tough kid, though. He's taken a lot of those tonight.
He gets back up, and he's running to the sideline. That's a great hit by Rodney Fields coming late. Forces Charlie Tracty to throw into the end zone, intercepted by M.J. Graham.
And Southeast, they're going to be called for a holding penalty. 6:30 left to go in the game. We imagine it's going to be a bunch of runs, but we don't know. They might be trying to put some more points on the board.
Right, and rightfully so. They're trying to put some points on the board. Lawton Ike comes and lines up. They've got him pinned back at about where the ref is standing, the 10-yard line. So good field position for the defense trying to make a stop. But for the offense, we've got to get out of Dodge. We're behind the 10. I'd like that you trust in your running game. Rodney Fields has led you pretty far this year and in this game. We've got trips formation to the left.
Trips right to the left. Graham's the quarterback.
Chauncey Law at tight end to the right.
Hand off to Fields. Fields going to have nowhere to run. He's going to gain about 2 or 3 yards. But we'll go through some of the 5A scores. Guthrie won 43-0 against Shawnee. Carl Albert beat Piedmont 38-21. So I'm not sure what that means if you're a Southeast fan. As we mentioned tonight, Piedmont was ranked over Southeast in the District 5A2 play. So this could open the door if they win by a certain amount of points.
As the offense is lining up, same formation we spoke of, trips formation to the left.
Yep.
Running back to the left. Chauncey Law to the right at tight end. We get a snap. Moves to the left. MJ
He's gonna
Graham
fumble
fumbles
that.
the ball.
Wow, Lawton Ike. He's going to make a guy miss. Touchdown. Wow, what a play. I'm not sure what number that was, but a scoop and score. And just like that, that is not going to be good for the cause of getting to the playoffs if you are Southeast when you need to win by a certain amount.
It's not. It's such a costly mistake.
60-39 awaiting the extra point. It could be 60-40. And if you're Southeast, this is not good. This is making you feel bad.
This is not good, and it's definitely what you don't need this late in the game. Yes, you're commanding the game, but you're playing for playoff implications, and if not, you're playing for next year, man. You want to clean those things up. You can't have those costly mistakes late in the game. You're already on the road. You're 2-2 on the road. So.
As of right now, in my head, right, I've got it like this. Piedmont at 0, right? They just lost by 17. I imagine that goes to -17.
All right.
So as we got some fighting on the field, got some pushing and shoving, I'm not sure what's going on. I was looking down at my sheet, and we got guys really upset right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Not what you need if you're Southeast. You were trying to make it to the playoffs.
Not at all, but like we mentioned, it's been chippy all night.
It has.
We've got guys on both sides of the field.
Got some fireworks off in the distance.
We do
I'm
have
not sure.
some fireworks.
Not sure what that is. What that is up with? What is? I can't even speak. Words are hard.
It's a little late foreshadowing.
Yes, it is late in this game. It's late right now. As we had some flags fall everywhere on the field after that one.
Got some coaches, got some guys getting coached up on that sideline on both sides.
Not sure if we're gonna have a 50-yard walk and talk and handshake line. We probably will, but
Doesn't seem like the most friendly atmosphere, but sportsmanship should prevail.
and kind of want these refs to hurry up, man. There's really no reason to take this long.
Right, it is a 20-point game with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left, so not a lot of time for Lawton Ike to come back.
Yeah, they are taking their time trying to decipher who's getting thrown out, who's getting, at this point, I don't know if it matters.
I really don't think it matters much because we don't have much else to play for. Lawton Eisenhower does a great job picking up the fumble on the quarterback snap and scoring.
I just want them to come on.
Is my boy DB wants the referees to come on. I mean, you're wasting a lot of time here. You got 5 guys. How many guys do you want to penalize? As it looks like we've come to a verdict. Picking up the laundry. And we're still waiting on a call.
I hear a lot of coaches. I'm not sure if this is from the Lawton side or the Southeast side, but we've got some colorful language going on. They're talking about how the coaches, these refs have been letting it happen. And, I'm not sure what's going on, man.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either, man. I'd pay a little something to know. We've got some referees coming over. And
if we look at
communicating with both teams.
We look at some more Squirtle scores from 5A. Collinsville beat Claremore 28-21. So they're going to kick out number 7, the senior Danielson. That's going to be Tui Fayoa Danielson. He's going to get kicked out of the game.
Looks like we got a couple more guys heading to the locker room as well.
Looks like a total of 5 players for Lawton Ike will be tossed out of this one. Number 3, Tony Warries also kicked off, but he's a junior. He'll be back. Number 44, Kingston Tito. He'll be back next year, but we've got 5 guys kicked off.
That is the last we will see of Tui Fayoa Danielson.
We will see if any Southeast players are kicked out of the game, as they are really taking their time to really get this right.
Yes, they are, and it doesn't look like we got any guys taking pads off or headed to the locker room in any way. But it is a lot of talk. No motion with the play clock.
I'm not sure what's going on. This game is pretty much decided, and we are still here. Game clock not moving. These guys are really trying to figure out what happened. And
hey, but that's okay. It's been action-packed nonetheless with the fireworks in the back. It's been a chippy game. It's been back and forth. We've scored a lot of points.
100 points total been scored tonight. They put 40 on the board for Lawton. I'm not sure. Did that extra point go through? I thought it got blocked. Thought something happened, but they put 40 on the board for Lawton. But, yes, our KYZ life-changing bar scoring recap is a scoop and score 10-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown by the defense of Eisenhower Eagles. And we're still waiting to see what the hell is going on. At this point, it's kind of comical. Like, people got places to go, and this whole ref squad thinks it's about them.
Yes, I definitely have work in the morning.
I'm getting frustrated at this point, man. I'm getting frustrated at this point. Like, just call some penalties, and let's live with it.
Yep, we've got nobody on the southeast side showing any signs of conclusion on the game.
I believe they're kicking out a player or two from southeast.
Possibly. They could have fooled me. It looked like they were lining up for sportsmanlike activity.
So they are. They are going to kick out two Southeast Spartans. They spent that much time to figure out who to kick out, and there's really no time left to play. I just don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, don't really. It's definitely going to hurt Southeast if they have a chance to play next week. Looks like number 58, Angel Campos, and number 7, Maishawn Graham. Not good signs for the Spartans. Nonetheless, we finally continue play. We've got players putting their hats back on. Looks like we're lining back up.
We've still got over 5 minutes left to play in this game. We have not snapped the ball in probably 7 minutes.
Yep, it's been a while, but
as this game is going to be intact. They have it on the scoreboard, Southeast 60, Lawton 40. As 2 players have gotten ejected for Southeast, 5 players for Lawton. After that one.
Right, but they have nothing to lose. Seems like it's pretty apparent who's more on that.
It's going to be an onside kick attempt for Lawton. We'll see how well this guy has been practicing his onside kicks this season. This could be his last onside kick he ever attempts of his football career. The band is building up the intrigue, the drama. As we await, we've been waiting and waiting for a snap. We might get one. And the onside kick attempt is happening. And that's going to land in the hands of Lawton Eisenhower. There was a miscommunication between a few Southeast Spartans. And, wow, Lawton Ike, they are going to get the ball back and a chance to make this game 2 possessions.
Yeah, I know nobody asked me, but the Spartans looked a little lethargic on that left side to be expecting an onside kick. We get a little miscommunication. Looks like MJ Graham might have slightly touched that ball, and Eisenhower Eagles come back up with the football lined up at about that 45-yard line.
So if you're head coach Matt Lane, you're very, very upset with the last probably quarter and a half of what your team has been doing.
Right, definitely halted the production.
Quarterback Trachy. Hand off to Hertz. Hertz gets about 2 yards on that one.
Defense doing a great job playing the run. We get a few flags here and maybe some sort of unsportsmanlike activity.
We've got more unsportsmanlike stuff happening on the field. Looks like they're
9 seconds off the clock.
They sent 18 off the field. That is Courtney Graham.
T.C. Graham, also known as.
It's going to be a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against him, 15-yard penalty. Hey, we've had a lot of flags. As I yawn into the mic because of how tired I am, this game has been going on forever.
Quite a while.
Hear a lot of Southeast complaining from their coaches. We are a room over from them. They are just not happy right now with that call. First and 10 at Southeast 29-yard line. Quarterback is going to be Charlie Tracci. Running back is Rashard Hurt to his left. Two receivers to the left and two receivers right. Waiting for the refs to give them the okay to snap the ball. The refs have really been gatekeeping this game the last 5 minutes or so. Probably even longer. Charlie Tracci, the quarterback, waiting the signal to be able to ready to go. He is ready to go now. Two receivers left, two receivers right in the shotgun. Sending one in motion. And it's going to be a handoff to Hurt up the middle. Hurt's going to break a tackle, break another one. 20, takes a cut, and he's going to get up the field at about the 12-yard line. 5:30 left to go in this game, and they are going to run the ball more with Rashard Hurt. And why not? I'm not saying the game is out of reach, but if you could score twice, it's going to make it a very interesting game.
I mean, trusting Big Hurt, you got your big left side of the O-line. So they're holding it down. Rashard Hurt's doing what he does best, power running.
Trachke in the shotgun again, two receivers left and right. They have to move a little bit quicker. Hurt, the running back, to his right.
Got the defense on their toes.
Trachke, bad snap, but he's going to somehow corral that. Hurt's going to carry a guy with him. That's going to be number 4, Fields. Fields tried to arm tackle him. He's gimpy a little bit with his right or left ankle. He's limping a little bit.
Right, nonetheless, the left side of that defense takes care of business. Looks like we got number 13.
Finally.
Circumlaw pretty active along with Ariante Bullock.
Finally, less than 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Three receivers to the left, single receiver right. Trachke, the quarterback, Hurts to his right. Gets the snap, looking left, fires it out to the left. It's going to be deflected by Fields. That ankle is not going to limit his ability to deflect that pass, though.
Not at all. Charlie Tracke's had quite a bit of his balls batted. Pause.
As it's going to be a Red Zone sponsor brought to you by the OKC Dodgers Baseball Foundation and Impressions Printing. Third and about 7. Trying to get a first down. The first down would be at about the 1.5-yard line. If they do, that'd be a Big O's Pork and Dreams first down. Three receivers to the left, single receiver right. Trachke, the quarterback. And it's going to be an option play. Trachke's going to keep that, call his own number, and he's going to make it 4th and very manageable. About 4th and 2, as someone's going to get that chain guy to stop moving. He almost messed up over there.
Yeah, he's moving quite a bit, but Lawton Eisenhower's moving quite a bit.
Yeah,
right behind Rashard Hurt.
About 4th and 2, 4th and 3 for this offense. Biggest play of the game for him. Trachke, the quarterbacks, two receivers right, single receiver left. Hurt is the running back to his left. They look over at the coach, changing the play maybe.
I mean, like you said on that previous play, Charlie Trachke definitely called his own number, and he got quite a bit of yards creating 4th and manageable.
Trachke gets the snap, looks right. He holds on to it too long, ball's on the ground, and it's going to be fallen upon by the Lawton Eisenhower Eagles, but turnover on downs. 3:46 left to go in the game, 60-40 Southeast up on Lawton Eisenhower, and that might be the straw that broke the camel's back. 3:46 left to go.
Rodney Fields has been so good on third down for the Southeast Spartans on defense. He's been felt on both sides of the ball, and he's still doing it, fighting through some ankle tenderness, it looks like. Southeast gets that ball back. Got a long ways to go to the end zone.
We'll see what they decide to do. Do they decide just to really let this clock run out, or do they decide to try to go score a touchdown real quick, as they did lose some people to ejections, just like Lawton Ike did?
Right, but you want to see them be methodical. I mean, you lost Myshawn Graham, who's a great weapon to this team, but you still have your running game you can rely on. Your quarterback, he can gun and run. You got plenty of weapons. Chauncey Law can take some handoffs. He's lined up at the slot. Got Ariante Bullock out there as well, so we can make a lot of things happen right now.
Michael Graham Jr. hands it off to Fields. Fields, he's got some room to run, and he's going to get brought down at about the 18 or 19 of their own.
Met by Rashard Hurt.
Yes, met by Rashard Hurt. 2nd and 5, 3:30 left to go in this one. Score is 60-40 Southeast.
And you see they're still trusting in their run. Rodney Fields is still being efficient. He stopped almost to the waist. He was kind of on his knees, and Rashard Hurt just kind of finished him off. You don't want to be on your knees, but he's moving so fast it's easy to lose your feet, setting up 2nd down.
In the shotgun, Southeast leading this one by 20. Graham gets the ball. It's going to hand off to Chauncey Law. First carry of the night for Chauncey Law. Gains about 2 yards on that one. About 3rd and 3 to go. 2:50 left to go in this fourth quarter.
Right, they usually don't go to their second option, their second running option, because Rodney Fields is so healthy and he's done so well. But when they need a different look, they go to none other than Chauncey Law, who
So it's
has
going to
quite a
be
bit of rushing yards.
3rd and 3.
As the band gets louder, we got a couple guys
In the shotgun.
showing blitz.
Chauncey Law, the back in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a handoff to him. Nope. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the left. He's looking for some blocks. He's got some room. Cuts it up the field. And he might have been gone if he would have got a better block from one of his receivers. But at this point of the game,
But he had to play it safe. He put his hands up. He's looking at the ref. I know what he's thinking. He doesn't want to get a holding. He doesn't want to get a block in the back. So he does do a great job not getting penalized. But that block could have been key for a score.
You're right, as he did. We've seen the refs a lot here lately be really trigger happy with the flag. Smart play by Londanian Fields. But if this is earlier in the game, he probably crushes that guy and Graham Jr. Excuse me, Graham. I keep saying Graham Jr. Graham, he's off for the races for a touchdown. Graham Jr. is in the locker room right now.
Yeah, Junior's.
Hand off the Fields, and he's going to outrun those guys, and he's going to be tackled at about 2 or 3 yard loss. He's going to stop the clock as well. Second and about 13, but as we mentioned, had 2 Southeast players get ejected, 5 Lawton players get ejected. Very physical, very heated matchup tonight.
Those Lawton guys were pretty key because we're seeing some guys that haven't got any snaps tonight but are getting some after those players have been ejected. So it seems like it's kind of been fortunate for some of these guys because now they get some game film.
1:15 left to go in this one. It's going to be a handoff to Chauncey Law. He breaks a tackle. He's going to break. No, he's not going to break that tackle. He had a chance to, but he was brought down. 1:05 left to go in this one. Well, looks like, this one's going to be over. They wait about 20 seconds. Never mind. Timeout. Lawton.
A little.
And we are back. Had to pause our mics there for a second because I was a little flabbergasted that they called a timeout. Lawton did, but they're still playing to win the game. As Herm Edwards would say you play to win the game.
Impressive. I
Hello?
don't knock your ambition.
You play to win the game, and he's right.
I don't knock your ambition, but you got to have vision. And this game is about wrapped up.
1 minute left to go. If I was Southeast, I'm trying to score a touchdown on this play after that timeout.
I mean, you might as well go for it safely.
That's something that I would do. Hey, we're going to play action this and throw it deep because I don't care after that. As Graham, the quarterback, 3 receivers bunched to the right side of this formation. It's going to be a toss sweep to Fields. Fields has nowhere to go. He gets brought down. Big TFL. 50 seconds and ticking.
Read it like a book. Seems like that was number 27. Correct me if I'm wrong. Davion Arsenault.
Another timeout called by Lawton. 48 seconds left to go in this one. They want to burn all their timeouts. They don't want to have to go home knowing they had timeouts to use, I guess.
Yeah, now I have a personal vendetta with this coaching staff.
I definitely will always think of this coaching staff in a bad way. Not because they did a bad job, but because they've been calling timeouts when they don't need to call timeouts.
Yeah, haven't done a terrible job.
Good.
They've capitalized on quite a bit of Southeast mistakes, mind you.
Don't get me wrong. Javon Harris, don't come at me. I just don't like you using your timeouts right now.
Yeah, I just don't understand it right now, man. I'm sure the players don't understand it. You're just kind of dragging out their senior night.
They're trying to go do something after this.
They're trying to go have fun. The loss is already hung. It's been cemented. It's a 20-point game. I don't see that total being altered in any way.
So it's going to be a punt here. Maybe it's a fake punt. Probably a punt, though. Almost over the head. Almost blocked. And they're going to call running into the kicker or or roughing the kicker, something like that.
He's definitely selling it.
As Lawton Ike, they almost muffed that one, but he's going to do push-ups, knock that hit off of him. Number 3, Keon Holland was the punter on that one. 3rd punt of the night.
Nice to see some of those guys having fun out there. It looks like they're watching some WWE SmackDown. If they haven't watched it already, they might watch it. On that bus ride home, I mean, what else to do on a bus ride home after a victory? You got about an hour, 30-minute drive.
Probably more in the bus. Probably closer to 2 hours in a bus.
Right, 2 hours in a bus. I believe that.
They ain't getting home till like 2.
I mean, we got to get home before that, man. I got to clock in the morning.
I was saying them, who knows how long they hang out after games. I don't know, the whole process.
True that.
They probably ain't getting home till closer to 2.
Trust.
Me, I'm zooming out of here. I don't even want to eat, really.
Respectfully.
But it is what it is. 38 seconds left to go on this one. They're going to kneel this one down after the roughing the kicker call. And that should do it. Daniel Fields looks like he almost did a backflip. Looks like he's waving the crowd goodbye. As Southeast, they are not going to go to the 50-yard line and shake hands. The Lawton Eisenhower coaching staff, they seem a little upset. Southeast trying to make sure their players go off to their side. We got some cops out there on the field trying to maintain the peace officers.
Coaches showing
got some coaches.
Sportsmanship, shaking hands.
But, yeah, as their final score is 60-40, they try to hurry up and get the score off of the scoreboard as fast as they can. But I got them 60-40. Lawton Ike loses on senior night.
Slick, boy.
You ain't
You saw
slick.
that 60-40.
60-40, 100 points scored between the two teams. As we would like to thank all of our sponsors at the end, but we'll thank our player of the game, Super Prep, and Big O's Pork and Dreams player of the game. We're going to give it to LaDainian Fields.
LaDainian Fields, I would agree.
LaDainian Fields, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns on the day. Shout out to LaDainian Fields. I want to thank all our sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony, Metro Tech, and Chuck Davis State Farm. We want to thank Langston University. We want to thank Big O's Pork and Dreams, Dick's Sporting Goods, OKC Dodgers Baseball Foundation and Impressions Printing, and the KYZ Life Changing Bar. Shout out to y'all. And if this is it for us, I'm Devin Bajek. Thank you guys for a great season.
I'm Jamin Dawson. Thank you so much to our sponsors, most importantly our listeners. And we'll look forward to calling another one soon.
We out.
Peace.